So, how many bottles of water would it take to drain the entire ocean? Well, let's start off with the amount of gallons in the ocean entirely. There are 352 quintillion gallons of water in the ocean. There are more than that in the entire world, but most of them are held up in polar ice caps and haven't melted yet. So we consider that number 352 quintillion. This is 352 followed by 18 zeros after it. And we know in the average size water bottle, it's 16.9 fluid ounces, or roughly 500 milliliters, which is half a liter, so we're going to have to do some conversions. Since 1 US gallon is 128 US fluid ounces, we're going to take 128 divided by 16.9 to find out how many of these water bottles equate to about a gallon. So taking 128 fluid ounces divided by the 16.9 fluid ounces found in one of these bottles, we're going to get roughly 7.6, we'll say 7.5 to make it a little easier, water bottles per gallon. Now, since we know how many bottles it takes to get in 1 gallon, and we know how many gallons there are in the entire ocean, we're able to take the number 352 quintillion, the number of gallons in the ocean, divided by 7.5, which is roughly the amount of bottles it takes for 1 gallon, and we're going to get the number 4.65 times 10 to the 19th. That's 4.65 with 19 zeros after it. Since quintillion is 18 zeros and we have 19 zeros, we actually go to the next bracket up. So we actually go to sextillion, so we have 4 sextillion, 640 quintillion bottles worth of gallons worth of the ocean. Now, according to the Container Recycling Institute, in the US alone in the year 2014, there were 100.7 billion water bottles sold. Now that we know the amount of water bottles in 1 gallon of US water, we can take that number of water bottles divided by the amount of bottles per gallon to find out how many gallons are sold in the US every year worth of bottles. And that number comes out to being 13.3 billion gallons sold every year in the US alone. Then we take the 352 quintillion gallons worth of water in the oceans divided by the 13 billion gallons of water sold in the US each year, and we get roughly 26 billion years until we use up all of the water in the oceans. Don't forget to like if you learned something new, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on anything new I have coming, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.